Yeah.
Hi, Kev. It's Jason from Next Gen Goalkeeping Podcast.
Jason,
if you can just run us through the start of your career, you were scouted playing non-league, weren't you?
Yeah, I was playing. I was just playing school football to start with, and one of my teachers used to play semi-pro football, and they were short of a goalkeeper one night. So he said, "Would I go along and play?" So I went down to Harrowby United and played there. Did well in the game, and then played. Well, they signed me after that, really. So yeah, it was good times. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed playing that sort of football, men's football at a very young age. I was only 15, 16 at the time. Like I say, playing men's football competitive, it meant something, and it taught me a hell of a lot.
Okay, so you went from non-league and United then signed you, didn't you? Is that right?
Yeah, I got scouted by my local scout, Ray Medwell, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago now. So I got invited up to United to play 3 games for United. So I went up there, played in the B team, likes of Gary Neville, Nicky Butt, playing in them teams at the time. Did okay, and at the time they were looking for a goalkeeper for the FA Youth Cup, and did okay in the 3 games that I played, and then signed schoolboy forms. I was still at A level, at 6th form at the time, doing A levels. So I went to and I signed the schoolboy forms. Then played in I was lucky enough to play in the class of '92 for the rest of the season, and obviously everyone knows what happened with them.
Did you catch that?
No, go on. Sorry, say again.
Said, what was it? What was it like being like an understudy to Peter Schmeichel and goalkeepers like that?
It was incredible. The opportunity that I was given, the first training session I had, I went into a training session with Peter Schmeichel, Les Seeley, Jim Layton, Gary Walsh, and another young lad called Ian Wilkinson. So to go into that was my first taste of training with them, and then to go on every week and train with them every week and learn from the absolute best was an incredible experience for myself. I learned so much from Peter. It was just by watching him train, his mentality, his attitude, arrogance, some would say as well, but he backed it up. And like I say, to be able to watch him every day in training and see what he did every day in training was some schooling for me. It was perfect for me.
So do you think he improved your game being an understudy too?
Definitely improved it. Maybe taught me some bad habits as well, because obviously what he did was different at the time, and as every young goalkeeper, you see that and you think, "Oh, I'll try and copy him," and maybe it wasn't the way, because I wasn't Peter Schmeichel. Yeah. So obviously you get a few bad habits as well, but the majority of it was all good. It was just a delight to go into train every day and watch him train. Some days it was unbeatable. You do a shooting session, it was unbeatable, and it was just incredible to watch.
So when you played for United, did you feel a lot of pressure at a club like United?
Yeah, massively. Because again, like when you step in, you're stepping in for the best in the world. So there were big shoes to fill. The expectations of everyone else was massive as well, from the manager right through to the players and our youth team coaches. You were expected to be able to just step straight in and do the job. And it was a difficult one to do. I played 8 times in the first team. The first game I did okay. Playing against Crystal Palace, my debut, I come on for Peter after 7 minutes. So I played 83 minutes, but then the big learning learning curve for me was we played York City in the Carling Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, whatever it was called back then, and we got beat 3-0 at Old Trafford by them. And that was a massive learning curve for me. I didn't play very well, and basically just got told to grow up afterwards, which is right. It's you're stepping into men's shoes. You can't. You're not a kid anymore. So yeah, it was a big learning curve for me.
Was it Fergie that basically give you that message, or was it your other teammates?
No, it was Sir Alex. He was the one who gave me the message. Not in a nasty way, just in a right. This is where we're at now. This is Manchester United. This is what we expect. And yeah, rightly so as well. It's the biggest club in the world. So you're expected to perform. If it wasn't can you perform, you were expected to perform.
What was he like with the younger lads? Alex, was he basically arm round you, or was it tough love sort of thing?
A bit of both. Yeah, there was tough love there, but there was at certain stages of your career there was an arm around you as well, which I thought he dealt with it very, very well. And I think the majority of players there will say exactly the same. There'll be a few who would disagree, but I can't say anything bad about the man because he gave me my opportunity in football, and I don't think I would have had a career that I have had without him giving me that chance in the first place.
Yeah. So when was it that you realised that you needed to go away from Manchester United for your career?
I got to, I think I was 22. I'd had a really good season in the reserves. I'd got Player of the Year in the reserves and done really well. I was on the bench most of the season for the first team as well. And then in the summer, I was away on holiday with my wife. We were in Mallorca, and there was a talk of signing Alan Shearer, and we met some United fans out there. And then one of them came up to me and said, "Oh, we're signing someone today." I said, "Oh, we're signing Shearer, are we?" And he said, "No, we're signing another goalkeeper." And then I was like, it was 2 years before I left. But then it's in your mind that, well, if they're going to sign another, I've had one of the best seasons I can have in the reserves. I've been on the bench most of the season, and then you're going, well, if they're looking for another goalkeeper, then maybe I'm not for the manager. So it was in the back of my mind then. And then the following season, when I was 23 to 24, I just knew that I wanted to go out and play football. Nothing happened, nothing bad, nothing like that. I just wanted to play football. Didn't matter where. I just wanted to try and show people what I could do. So at the end of that season, I left United and went to Port Vale.
Did you speak to Alex Ferguson before you went, or was it just in your head you had to go?
Yeah, not really. But like I say, there wasn't a falling out or anything like that. It's just that I wanted to go and play football, and I wasn't ever going to get that chance. I didn't think at United, because you got Peter Schmeichel in front of you, and what they were after, and it shows now. Like from when I left, it took them a few years to replace Peter with Van der Sar.
I think that was the only time they really replaced him, weren't it? To be honest.
Yeah.
I think Barthez weren't too bad, but I don't think it was ever going to be a replacement.
Yeah, so you look at it all. I mean, Roy Carroll was there, and Tim Howard, but like I say, until they got Van der Sar, I don't think they really replaced Peter, and that's not being disrespectful to the goalkeepers there either. It was just that was the way it was. So yeah, I just knew that I needed to go and play football somewhere else, and I was never going to get that career. I think now, if you look back nowadays, if I'd have been in that situation nowadays, maybe you think, well, I could have a career being a 2 or a 3 there, and you could stay there for a lot longer and get chances. And you play in like the cup competitions and stuff like that. But back then it was just like, right, I need to go out and play football.
Did you ever, when you were taking that step to Port Vale, did you get offers any more like Premier League moves, or was he not on there?
No, there's nothing. Not really. I think I jumped too early, to be honest. Port Vale came along and they were in the Championship at the time, and it was one of them. Like, right, okay. I got told that I'd be the first choice goalkeeper there. So I was like, right, okay, I'll go. But then when the season started, that wasn't the case. I know you've got to earn the right, but when you get told that to start with, at least it's yours to lose.
Yeah.
So it was nothing against Port Vale. It wasn't the best of moves for me. It was performances weren't great. Injuries weren't great. Life at home wasn't great at the time. My dad was very, very poorly at the time. So everything really didn't come together as what I had planned. And I had 2 really bad years there, to be honest.
So then you moved on then, didn't you? Where did you move after that then?
After that, I went to Mansfield. I went to Mansfield Town.
You didn't enjoy
Billy Dearden was assistant at he left and went and got the job at Mansfield. I went to Mansfield. The first year I didn't really play that much because Bob was there at the time. He left at the end of that. You there?
Yeah, go on. I've got you. Go on.
Yeah. So Bobby left at the end of the season, so I went on and played for the next 4 years. I made over 182 appearances for Mansfield, got promoted, got relegated, got to the playoffs. So everything happened really.
So you had all your highs and lows there. Can you hear me, Kev?
Yep, got you now.
I said, so you had your highs and lows in a couple of seasons at Mansfield. Hello?
Say that again, sorry. Just lost you.
I said, so you had massive highs and massive lows at Mansfield?
Yeah, we had everything. I'd like to say I was there for 5 seasons, played nearly 180 games for them. Really enjoyed it. We had a great bunch of lads, really, really tight-knit group. I keep in touch with a lot now. So the first full season that I played, we got promoted into League One. We got promoted on the last day of the season. We had to beat Tranmere on the last day of the season. We beat Tranmere to get promoted, which was an amazing feeling. It's one of the best experiences I've had in football. Then the following season, we struggled. We got relegated the following season, and then the season after that, we got into the playoffs and got beat at the Millennium Stadium by Huddersfield on penalties after drawing 0-0. So yeah, everything is like highs, lows, middle ground, a lot. But 5 fantastic seasons at Mansfield Town.
And then you went on to Luton after that, didn't you?
No, I went to Notts County. Notts County. Yeah, Notts County for another for 5 years. Again, massive football club, but we just didn't get anything going until the last season. We got promoted in the last season. I went out on loan to Luton, which again another great experience for me. I love Luton to bits. I thought it was a fantastic football club where small. Not a small club, but like small catchment area, small fan base, but excellent football club. I loved every single minute of it. But then I got the opportunity. This is coming towards the end. Keith Curl rang me up, and he was after a goalkeeper. He just got the job at Notts County, and knew I'd been there, and I knew the football club. And asked if I'd go with him to be his goalkeeper coach, and I went, and that's when I sort of nearly finished, semi-retired really. I still played some few games after that.
So, with your goalkeeping now, you're now with Barnsley, aren't you? Doing your goalkeeping coaching at Barnsley.
Yeah.
what you find with the goalkeepers that level, it's still at a high quality. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Kev? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the goalkeepers at Barnsley's level, is it still quite a really high level?
Say again, sorry, you just lost you again.
Yeah, the goalkeepers at Barnsley's level. You there, Kev?
Yep.
So you're doing your goalkeeping at Barnsley now, aren't you? That's where we're at.
Yeah, I'm goalkeeper coach at Barnsley, yes.
Yeah. So the level there for yourself, is the bar quite high set at that level?
You keep breaking up, mate.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said the level of Barnsley's at now, up in the signal's really poor, innit?
Yeah.
You're there now, can you get us?
Yeah, can hear you.
I said, yeah, so you goalkeeper coach now at Barnsley in the Championship. What's the level of goalkeepers like in the Championship at the minute? Is it really high?
Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Yeah, you've got some, you've got some experience there. Coming of David Raya at Brighton, who's got really good potential, and he's performed really well. Sam Johnson, yeah. So there's a real good mixture of goalkeepers. We've got three really good goalkeepers at our place. Got Samuel Radlinger, who's Austrian, who's come from Hanover. We've got Bradley Collins, who's a real good pedigree from Chelsea. He's had good loans as well. He's been to Forest Green, then Burton, and then this season he's come and signed for us. And then we've got Jack Walton as well. So yeah, the level of goalkeeping is very good, very good. Some good young English ones there as well.
If there's any goalkeeper to watch out for in the Championship, who would you say it is?
For all round, I really like David Raya. He's at Brentford now. Sorry, he left Blackburn and gone to Brentford. I really like him. I think he comes and deals with crosses. Great with his feet and makes saves. And for me, the making the saves is a. I think we're getting lost in a lot of stuff now about using your feet and all that, but ultimately it's about stopping the ball going in the back of the net. So I really like him at the moment.
Think he could make it to the top level?
Yeah, I think he could go higher. Yeah, definitely go higher. Yeah, I like him. He seems very calm and collected. Good attributes for a goalkeeper. Confident, and yeah, he's got ability as well.
What would be your advice to any young upcoming goalkeeper who's not quite basically at the academy levels, but looking to kick on, probably between 14 and 16?
Yeah. And first thing is enjoy it. Enjoy what you do every single day, because if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to love it. And then just work as hard as you can, because you see a lot of people with ability who don't work hard. But for me, you can forgive a lot of faults if you see a boy trying, or girl trying. So yeah, just give it everything you can, and then if it's not good enough, then it's not good enough. But you can't. No one can turn around to you and say you've not tried. So, but yeah, listen to your coaches. Take on board the advice that you're getting given, because it's the majority of it is very good. Don't think you're better than what you are. and like I say, just enjoy it and learn and try and watch as well. Watch the likes of, I don't know, Ter Stegen's, Oblak's. Go and watch them goalkeepers on YouTube. There's so much footage out there to watch of other goalkeepers, and you can learn from watching other goalkeepers as well.
Do you think back in the day when you were at YTS coming through and stuff like that, you basically had to do your chores around the ground? Do you think it should be still like that to an extent now?
I think there should be some part of it. Yeah, I think it comes too easy. Saying that I'm a footballer. People say, "Oh, I play for Chelsea, I play for Man United, I play for Liverpool," but you need that grounding as well. That's what we got. We didn't just get taught about football. We got taught about life as well. So they didn't just make us as footballers; they made us as people. So
well,
if we say again,
we had John Budge on last week or the week before, and he said the same. He said he got at 16, 17, quite a lot of money at the time.
Yeah.
And he had like a year where he just went partying, buying cars and stuff like that. And he said only that the manager at the time basically reined him in a little bit, made him sell his car. Yeah. He said it made his career in the end. He said, but if he wouldn't have had that manager at the time, he probably would have ended up going right downhill. He said, so it was done well.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, say, I knew that if I came out of football, I could go and do something else and I'd be respectful of other people, where I think it's a bit lacking at the moment. Not everyone, but certain players, I think it's a bit lacking, where they think they're entitled to a career. It's not about entitlement, it's about going out and working for it.
I think at the top level as well, the money's that much at the minute.
Yeah.
A lot of them are enough millionaires before they've even made an appearance.
Yeah.
So it's hungry a lot of the time.
Yeah, like I say, there's the hunger just goes where, like I say, I'm nowhere near a millionaire. I've not had that big paycheck, but I've worked for everything I've got. I've worked so hard to get where I am and do what I've done. So it's like I say, I'm just grateful for the opportunities that I've been given.
Yeah. Well, as I say, thanks for coming on Next Gen, and hopefully we'll see you in the Premier League one day with Barnsley, or if not, with someone else.
That'd be nice. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Kev. Thanks. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.